Well, hello. It looks like I am live. So I have been sitting here meditating, focusing on positivity and bringing in goodness. Yes, yes. So I have been called to do a live reading here on Instagram. I like that Instagram lets me go live. I'll be able to go live with my phone soon on YouTube as soon as I hit 1,000 followers. So, anyways, so here we are. Goodness, we made it through this beautiful full moon, the blue moon, and I can already feel the energies shifting and changing. We are about to go direct. Mercury's about to go direct, and I can't wait. Okay, I'm a Virgo rising, which is ruled by Mercury, so yeah, it tends to be a woozy for me. But I can feel these energies. I'm very, very sensitive, specifically today. I'm on my moon. And yeah. Anyways, I'm here in my bedroom, moving my office space around and shifting, and I feel really nice and yes, I feel really nice and comfy in my room. I'm gonna pull some cards. I am feeling really drawn to this deck today. I rarely use this deck, the Wildwood Tarot. It tends to give me these jolts of energy that are just, yeah, very intense sometimes. But I'm feeling the wildness of it all. I'm hoping everyone is doing good. I know that we've been getting more updates from the government to stay in and to be extra careful of some of these, of the COVID virus. So just stay safe out there and try not to focus on fear right now. I know there's a lot of really intense energies. I can just feel it. So I'm just staying in. I'm staying in my home. With the election and everything, I'm bringing it all into center. And yes. So if you are tuning in, this is going to be a general reading for the collective. And this is going to be for whomever needs the reading, whomever is tuning in, whoever is called to this reading. I'm going to upload it on YouTube as well, and also on my Facebook. So yeah, it seems like it has a higher quality when I upload it to YouTube. So we're going to do it that way. So I encourage you to take a deep breath and get present with me. I am going to go ahead and set intentions. And yes, I ask my angels, my guides, my ancestors to be here present with me for this reading. Allow the messages to flow through me. Be exactly what we need to hear, whomever is tuning in, whoever needs it. And I ask to be a clear conduit for those messages coming through. And let it be for the highest and greatest good of all involved. And so it is. I hope you've been getting your full moon rituals on. I know I have. Focusing on all sorts of things. Health and prosperity. And yes, and clarity. Prosperity and clarity. This particular deck, the Wildwood Tarot, is it's an interesting one. If you haven't checked it out, do check it out. So I am an intuitive reader, which means I don't really need cards to read or to channel messages. I tend to download stuff regularly, especially in dream state, and I'll wake up around 4 a.m. in the morning and I'll just be in this very strange state of mind, kind of lucid, like dreaming. And I've been receiving a lot of downloads lately. So anything out of my mouth is part of the message. All right, what does the collective need to hear right now? All right, we have 9 of Vessels, which is the 9 of Cups. This is a really beautiful energy. It's very positive. This is wish fulfillment. This is having abundance and being emotionally fulfilled within yourself. You know, there's the 9 of Cups and then there's the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is the happy family card, being emotionally fulfilled and sharing it with others. This is being completely fulfilled within yourself. See how he is centered in his state of power. And I feel right now, I'm really feeling this. When I'm looking at this image, I'm really, really tuning into that. That is how I felt since I've woken up this morning, just tuning in. And so what I want to encourage you to do during this time is to really get centered. Okay, there is a lot of chaotic energy right now, but you don't have to feed into it. You don't have to feed into it, and you don't have to allow it to penetrate your energetic field, okay? Because of this full moon, I feel like it's stirred up a lot of emotions with a lot of us. I know I could feel it, and I'm utilizing that energy to bring it all back to center. And that's what I'm seeing here, okay? So the energies are supporting us in doing that for ourselves. And when we do that for ourselves, not only are we drawing in positive energy into ourselves and into our fields, but it draws in so much more. It's kind of like the law of attraction, or whatever word you want to put on it. What we are focusing on, what we are vibrating at, is what we are aligning with and what we are ultimately attracting to ourselves and attracting ourselves to. So stay in that space, okay? And that is, they call it the wish fulfillment card, but and it says generosity. I just want to tune into that word there. Generosity. To be generous. To be giving with our energy, with our physical things, to ourselves first and foremost. And then that allows us to be able to share and give with others. But it is so important during this time that we tend to our energy, to our own energy. I'm really, really sensing that. And I know we just crossed through this beautiful full moon, and I'm feeling the remnants of it. And now it's starting to wane. What else do we need to hear? What does the collective need to hear during this time? All right. The Knight of Stones, which is Pentacles. The horse. Ooh, look at this guy. He's a wild horse. Gosh, for some reason these images really speak to me, even though they're very simple. He's like a little bucking bronco, but he's young looking. He's high-spirited. And the thing about stones or pentacles is they're very grounded. It's a very grounded energy. It's earth energy. Yet this guy, he's kicking up stones behind him. So the Knight of Pentacles is usually depicted by a knight coming in with an offer, a substantial offer, yet it is extremely slow moving. And what I'm sensing is that we still have this could be something coming in, some kind of new offer. It could be job related, money related, it could be relationship, something physical. And although it can be slow moving, I'm sensing that during this time, it may be a little more than slow moving. It may come at you abruptly. I see that this horse is like kicking up dirt and whatnot, and it's very playful. It's a very playful energy. And so stay lighthearted. Stay, yes, grounded. But groundedness doesn't mean that you're completely sedentary, that you're stuck. Because some earth energy can be very stuck, very stubborn. But I feel like stay playful, stay light. Stay within that childlike state. I'm really sensing that right now. And I feel like some kind of offer is going to be coming in, especially if we are in this energy, okay? If we're in this really grounded emotional state, there's going to be something coming in that is stable, it might be a little slow moving, but I just feel like it's going to come in a little faster than we might expect. So, expect the unexpected. What else do we need to hear? The horse. The horse is very, very stable and can move across the land at high velocity or slow velocity, but they can move. That's too many cards. What else does the general need to hear? What do we need to hear during this time? Ooh, these two cards want to come out, and I'm going to let them come out. We do have the Green Man. Gosh, this symbol is very powerful, very potent. The Green Man, we don't know his origins, okay? It's kind of a pagan. We think pagan. I think pagan, but not. It's pre-pagan. This is like this symbol has been seen for thousands of years, and no one knows the true origins of where this symbol came from. But he is the nature being. He's the nature spirit, the Green Man. And in this, I do believe he is the magician. See, he is the tender, see, he's tending to that cauldron there. He is creating. He is a master manifester. He's manifesting things, utilizing the energies, utilizing nature energies. And I just feel like, yeah, because I mentioned the rituals. Gosh, I just keep wanting to hold this up. This is such a powerful symbol to me. He is. Tap into your green man. Tap into your inner magician. I feel like during this time, you don't have to do your rituals on the full moon. You can do them any freaking time you want to, okay? And some people get scared by the idea of ritual or ceremony because they think it has to do with whatever preconceived concept that has been placed on it. It has negative connotation because of the Christian, lockdown, I would call it, throughout the years. But it can be as simple as speaking out loud what it is that you wish. It's like, I just feel like whatever you're focusing on don't be afraid to do your rituals and release and also draw to you what it is that you are needing. And you know what? This person doesn't need a whole lot because they are all self-contained. There is some kind of offer coming in, and it may be something that you have been focusing on for a while. This is manifesting. This is bringing something to fruition. Now, we do have the 8 of Arrows. The 8 of Arrows, this is interesting because I believe that the arrows in this deck are wands, because they have bows and arrows. So let's see. I think the bows might be wands, so the arrows... What would arrows be? It says struggle. No, this is like communication. So this is something that's very difficult. There might be some kind of difficult communication. I'm just sensing that. So you know what? I think arrows are swords in this because there's bows and arrows in this deck. So bows would be wands and arrows would be swords. So 8 of Swords. There's some kind of, yeah, it says struggle, and it's snowy, and it looks like someone has shot 8 arrows at this person. Okay. If you have been, I'm just sensing, like, if people have been attacking you or saying things negative about you to your face, behind your back, whatever that is for you, I just feel like these are, there's like a lot of drama involved in this. All these arrows have been shot at this person, yet there's something very interesting. He reminds me of the Hermit. See how he's carrying that light? He's following his own light. And this is like very cold. It's very frigid. He's struggling to get through this, yet he's following his own heart. He's following his own light. And you're going to make it through this, okay? Whatever. I feel like whatever drama, if you have been dealing with drama surrounding you, whether or not it's in your physical space, or if it's just online, or energetically, if you're just sensitive to penetrating negativity, I feel like if you stay true to your sight and your goal and your vision, that you're going to be able to move through this, okay? The 8 of Swords can also be arguments. Yeah, you're going to make it through. I just feel like you're in a space where you're creating well-being for yourself. Tune into that. It's extremely powerful and potent and important during this time, okay? The more of us that are able to maintain that equilibrium within ourselves and deflect any negativity being thrown at us, no matter what it is, there's some really positive steps, and you've got some substantial offers coming in. There's something substantial coming in for you. And it's not coming in as slow as normal. It's like, it might hit you like a ton of bricks. Just be prepared for it. But it's going to be good. It's going to be really, it's going to be good news. I feel like some good news is coming in, okay? What else does the collective need to know during this time? The 4 of Vessels. Interesting. Boredom. Look at this. So the 4 of Cups, or the 4 of Vessels, can be a potential missed opportunity if you're focused on the wrong things, okay? It's usually depicted by someone looking at 3 cups from the past, and there's a cup coming in for them that's very full, but they're missing it. And the thing is, Don't focus on the negativity. Don't focus on the past, the things that didn't work out, because there is something substantial here that you could miss if you're not focused on it. Okay? So pretty much staying generous to yourself is going to allow you to be more generous with others. There is a substantial offer coming in, something in the physical. This is, oh gosh, I just love this. The green man. He's the master manifester. He's creating his reality. And whatever these arrows are that have been shot at you, whether it's energetic, figuratively, just stay true to that light. Stay true to that light. But yeah, if you get too focused on the pessimism and the negativity, I feel that there could be a missed opportunity here. There's all these full cups. And, it says boredom on this card. It's interesting. And she's just like forlorn. She's like focusing on negativity when there's all this fullness around her. Just remember to stay focused on the abundance and not the lack, because the lack is actually illusion. There is no lack. In that picture, there's no lack. All right, I'm going to pull from a different deck. This deck I pull from very seldom because it does have a certain energy about it that is, it's potent. It's potent. I'm going to wave at a couple people. A little waving. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. All right. I'm going to use a Rider-Waite-Smith deck now. This is the Wizard Tarot. And tune in a little bit here. What does the collective need to hear during this time? What are the messages that need to come through for the collective, for those tuning in, for those who need the message? Allow me to be a clear conduit for these messages coming through and be exactly what we need to hear. What do we need to hear? What are the messages? What are the messages? We have Five of Wands. This is some kind of conflict. It's interesting. The Five of Wands usually shows five people kind of sparring it out. And it can be internal conflict about something, about a situation. Let's get a little more information. It can be conflict with others. But I like that this particular picture, all the people they've got their magic wands there and they're pointing it at the fire there, the flame. It's like there's something feeding a fire, and it's like, and it could be internal conflict. Why is this Five of Wands here? Tell us more about the Five of Wands, please. What is this conflict? What is this conflict about? Again, the Four of Cups comes up. See, it came up twice. Came up twice. There she is. That was the boredom cup. And this is a potential missed opportunity. See, he's focusing on the three cups here that are empty. These empty cups, when there is this full cup coming from heaven, and it's so fulfilling. Yet this person is being very pessimistic. Now, some readers will say that this is a missed opportunity, but I believe that it is a message that there is the potentiality there. We choose what we focus on. Are you focusing on the past? Are you focusing on things that are no longer working? Are you focusing on, something, there's some kind of conflict, and it has to do with getting hung up in the past, and it could cause a situation where there is a missed opportunity, and it could be a missed opportunity in love, but it's something that's very emotionally fulfilling, and it's something you've been wishing for and manifesting. Okay? And so we are free-willed individuals. We do not have to engage with anything that is not serving us. All right. The Seven of Pentacles just came out. This is the gardener. She's tending to her gardens. She's planted the seeds. She's tended to the plants, and now it's harvest time, and she's looking at her plants, and she's about to harvest them, and she's thinking, I want to add to this. This is all about making your gardens bigger, okay? Planting more. Because it's like, even though the seeds that were planted and the harvest, it was beautiful, there's still room for growth. There's still room for more opportunities. And I feel like whatever this conflict is, whatever this, and I say drama because of this card here, okay? There's been some arrows shot at this person, yet they're staying true to their own light. He carries the light, and that is, and it says struggle. Okay, there's something that has happened that has caused some struggle, but yet this is where we need to maintain. Okay, this is wish fulfillment. There is wish fulfillment in our midst. Okay, there is a lot of positivity in this reading right here, but there is some conflict. There has been some arrows shot at you, you know, whatever that means for you. It's going to be different from person to person. And if you focus on the arrows more than the light, I just feel like, yeah, there's a potential missed opportunity, but yet, you know, expansion of the gardens, expansion of your wealth, expansion of your physicality, expansion of your health is all right here. And it's like there's contemplation going on. And how am I going to make that happen? What seeds need to be planted and where? Should I, you know, I mean, yeah, I'm sensing, ooh, the Knight of Swords. So there's some kind of communication. This could be air sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But this, the Knight of Pentacles, he comes in really quick. This is a very fast moving energy. And communication. I just feel like there's some kind of communication. I want to know a little more about the Knight of Swords, please. What's going on with this communication? Either you're going to be communicating or someone's going to be communicating something to you. Why is this Knight of Swords here? Transfiguration. Interesting. So this is the Death card. Something is changing. Transfiguration. Transmutation. Changing the energies. With all death comes new life. So there are things within our lives, within our vicinity, that we may need to cut out. I see that with the sword here, because I just asked about there's some kind of communication about putting something to an end. And it's not a painful process. This is growth. This is changing. See, he's changing into a moth here. This, you know, with this full moon, this was all the focus of this full moon, with the Day of the Dead and all of that. It's about death and life, okay? And letting go. This is about the tiny deaths inside of us, allowing these things that are no longer serving us to end, and give it blessings as you end it. You can end it yourself, or some things just fall away naturally. And I feel like there's some kind of communication. For some of you, you may be right. You could be like in the media. You could be writing about it. You could be making videos about it. You may just be speaking up to those around you. You may be putting ends to things. You might be cutting things out completely. And you may be receiving communication from other people or from the divine. So be open to receiving, if it is the divine. If you're open to receiving downloads, you may be receiving some very insightful messages. But I feel like there's some kind of communication taking place that could create this transfiguration. What else do we need to know during this time? What does the collective need to know during this time? Change is imminent, right? The Hanged Man. All right, Sagittarius energy, Jupiterian energy, Jupiter. The Hanged Man. And I love that. We've got a lot of major arcana that have come out. So I just feel like this is a really potent time for a lot of us, for growth, for change, and all of that. But the Hanged Man, it's kind of a passive energy. He takes a step back away from his situation in order to gain insight. He's usually upside down. And if you look in this particular card, there he is sitting there. And then there's a picture of him. And the picture, it's the exact replica of this, but it's upside down. And then there's a picture there and a picture within it. And it just goes forever. The Hanged Man hangs upside down in order to look at a situation from a completely different perspective. And so I feel like for some of you, you have been looking at things from a different point of view. And it is giving you the insight that you need in order to take action in the ways that you need to take. But be aware that the Four of Vessels, the Four of Cups did come up twice. So if you are too caught up in the emotions and the negative emotions, you could miss a beautiful opportunity that you have actually been working to manifest into your reality, because you are a master manifester. This green man energy, he is the magician. And I just feel like whatever this blessing is something that you have been wanting, hoping, and desiring for so long. And now here it is. Here it is. It's being presented. And it's up to you how you want to interact with it. We are free-willed individuals, like I was saying. Is there any other messages that need to come through out of this deck? Any other messages that need to come through out of this deck during this time for the collective, for those tuning in, for those who need the message? Three of Pentacles. Very positive. Three of Pentacles is collaboration, working with others, collaborating on a project, collaborating on concepts. Yes, working well with others, working with those around us. That's very positive. Yes, this is coming together with like-minded individuals in order to create something substantial, okay? I am going to pull from an oracle deck. I've got this deck here, okay? Wisdom of the House of Night. This is the goddess Nyx. Nyx is the goddess of night, okay? So we are going to pull from the House of Night. All right. What do we need to hear during this time? Beauty. The things that you find beautiful. Surround yourself with beautiful things. Success. Congratulations, it says. Success. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. This is good. Yeah, there's a lot of positivity here. Just remember not to get bogged down with negative emotion, okay? Whatever it was that caused this, with the shoot, people shooting arrows at you, it's okay. Sometimes when we're on the right path, people try to knock us off. People, entities, energy, situations, however it manifests. Just stay true to your own vision. That's what I keep saying. And you're going to have victory. Okay. What else does the collective need to know during this time? Belonging. House of Night. Interesting. Somehow this, okay, watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show just recently, this reminds me of the Frankenstein plays. You know that song? When Janet and Brad are walking up to the mansion. But anyways, this is belonging. Being in the dark and being confused, but yet seeing that house on the hill with all the lights and knowing that you somehow need to go there. You belong there. House of Night. The House of Night, because this is wisdom of the House of Night. The House of Night. When you feel drawn to a situation where it feels like home, it feels like home. This doesn't have to be a physical location. This can be a job. This can be a place on the planet. This can be a person. But when you feel like you are home, when you see that and you know that you belong there, sometimes we just know, have a knowing without logic, without reason. The knowing is here in this brain, the heart brain. We just know where we belong. Stay true. Whatever the struggle is, stay true to that knowing of belonging. There is success here. What else do we need to hear from the House of Night? What else does Nyx need to share? What is the message coming through during this time? There is a knowing. Nope. Too many cards. Just one more card, please. Just one more card. One more card, please. Woo! All right. A lot of cards came out. Listening. And I want to read this. I'll show you this picture. She looks like a student. She's got her books there. She's maybe casting some spells or whatever. But this is listening. And there's a couple things that come up with this card, listening. And I want to go ahead and say, listening with our ears, listening with our heart, listening with our gut, and listening with the logic in our mind. But I'm going to read what it says here because it's a little interesting here. Let's see. It says, darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. I'll read that again. Darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. Not everything makes complete logical sense. I want to say it. Listen. Listen with your heart. Listen with your gut. Listen with your ears, but be open to new information as it comes through, in whatever words that is for you. But I see victory and success if you just stay true to what you need to follow. And I see that there's going to be collaboration, taking a step back from a situation that may happen, that may have just happened, in order to gain more insight. But there is some kind of transfiguration. There is change. There is letting go of the old. Things are dying on the vine, and some things are being picked, okay, and harvested. Be aware of what you're focusing on. There are heavier energies surrounding us right now with all the stress and anxiety of everything. Just stay focused on what is abundant within yourself, because that is what you're going to align with. Don't get caught up in the negativity and lose sight and perhaps miss an opportunity that is right in front of your face. Whatever this conflict is, that just know that sometimes we get caught up in the mind. Sometimes we get confused because we're trying to figure things out. And you know what? It's not always logically figured out. Whatever this conflict with others, conflict with yourself, it will be resolved. I'm going to bring it back to the very first card that I pulled. It's resolved with staying centered and creating a scenario in which we are completely emotionally fulfilled within ourselves so that we can share it with others. But right now, the focus is on creating that sacred space so that we can feel comfortable, so that we can feel abundant. Let's see, what other cards do I need to pull from? I did pull this deck out, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pull from it yet. I might. But what other decks do I have available here? I am going to pull from this. I've got this really cool David Bowie deck. It's called the Starman deck. And we are going to pull some cards from it. It's very big and long, but I do really vibe with this deck and the imagery. What does the collective need to know during this time? Look how big these are. Woo! Shuffle them. David Bowie. What do we need to know during this time? What is the wisdom that we need to hear? What is the insight during this time? All right, here we go. What do we need to hear during this time? Woo! That one flew out. 2 cards came out. We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. This is air sign energy. Queens, I say queen and king, it's non-gender specific, okay? But the Queen of Swords, she tells it like it is. She's very straightforward. She cuts to the chase. She can be harsh in her words. So if this is you communicating yourself to someone, just be aware that you could be, just be aware of your words, because words can cut like a sword, okay? But she is very wise. But she's not afraid to put an end to things, okay? And I feel like during this time there are going to be things that you may be wishing to put to an end. Communication is very key. Just watch how you communicate. You don't want to come across as harsh necessarily. And maybe in some situations you do need to be harsh, okay? Straightforward, truth, clarity. And she's not afraid to communicate this. Yep, and then there's 8 of Cups. Okay. So the 8 of Cups is walking away from something that is not emotionally fulfilling. If it does not serve you, it's sometimes in our best interest and in the best interest of everyone around us for us to walk away and go to higher ground, okay? Yeah, the 8 of Cups. If it's not emotionally fulfilling, this is. See? This is emotional fulfillment. This is seeing that something, some kind of situation, whatever it is, if it's a job, if it's a group of people, if it's a situation, walking away from it so that you don't have to get bogged down in the lack of, because if you're focusing on the lack of, you may miss a beautiful, abundant opportunity. I do. But this is all about taking action. Taking action. It's not, so there's selfishness that's good and there's selfishness that's bad. And when we take it upon ourselves to leave situations that are draining us in order to feel abundant, it is in the best interest of all. It is. One more card. What do we need to hear during this time? Woo! I said one more card and 10 just came out, so putting them back. What else do we need to hear during this time? What else? Okay. Four of Wands. So this is the card of commitment, taking a relationship to the next level. This is marriage. This is, the Four of Wands. This could be a wedding, a ceremony. It's a really beautiful, a beautiful card, okay? And it can be within yourself. It can, you could be physically going to a wedding. Some of you may be. But this can be taking a relationship to the next level, commitment. I like how there's the flower of life there. There are two people holding hands. The Four of Wands is the card of ceremony, and it's the marriage card. So for some of you, you may be literally getting married. You may, I like how there's mushrooms right in the, I have to show you because I study mycology, which is anything fungal. Check out right in between them. There are mushrooms there. And so to me, there's the mycelium. To me, what this is indicating, especially with the flower of life, this is a higher conscious way of interacting in the world and with each other. Okay. So, and for some of you, you may gain insight by taking some psychedelic substance. I'm just saying, I'm not endorsing anything that is illegal. We are free-willed individuals, but I do see that. And there is a higher consciousness surrounding this situation. And I do, in the background, there's a person, there's like a light person. And I just feel like that is a protector. This is a guardian, an energetic or spiritual guardian that is watching over this situation and blessing it. It is of a higher stature. It could be written in the stars, so to speak. But when we tap into that higher part of ourselves, it puts us in alignment with those who are also activated on that level. Okay. So if you are not surrounded by this individual or person, or it could be a group of people, like I said, you might be just going to a wedding or something like that. But I feel like there is a leveling up here occurring within ourselves, within connections. But it could be a missed opportunity if we are focused on the wrong things, okay? And I am going to pull now from the Moonology deck, and we're just going to get a little clarity from the moon cycles. What is the moon, and what is astrology? What do we need to gain? What is the advice? We would like some advice from the Moonology deck for whomever is needing the messages. One more shuffle. All right. And here we go. Nope. Didn't feel those. What is the message that we need to hear during this time? What are the messages we need to hear? All right. All right. So we have a void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. One more card. I'll show you the card too. One more card. All right. Interesting. All right. So these are two different messages. So we have the void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. I feel like this has to do with the negative mindset, focusing on negativity. If we're focused on the wrong thing, and because it came out twice, if we're focused on the things that are not serving us, the things that are not fulfilling, then nothing will come of it. Like there's no fruition. There's no abundance coming from that. So that's why I say be careful what you are focusing on, okay? And then we have a full moon in Taurus. So full moon energy is all about release and let go. Taurus is the bull. It's very grounded. It's very stable. Your dreams need a practical plan. Interesting. So I feel like you may have to strategize. You may have to come to a decision. It doesn't have to be a quick decision, but it says that your dreams need a practical plan. And that is very interesting. And I want one more card from the moon. Okay, and it came right out. And we have the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So this may be a situation that, that is not normal to you, is not in your comfort zone. And sometimes we do need to step out on a limb and follow our hearts and jump into whatever it is, full force, trusting, because if it is for our highest good and our highest purpose, then we are protected. And this card was upside down. So it is time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. And there's been a lot of Scorpio energy right now. This is all about, so full moon in Scorpio. This is releasing things that are not serving us. This is releasing old ways, the old paradigm, old ways of operating, things, the skeletons in the closet. Bring it out of the closet so we can heal it. Let these things come to the surface so it can be released. It's time to move forward and release the negativity. Get outside of our comfort zones, make practical plans, and be careful of what you are focusing on, because if you're focused on the wrong thing, then nothing will come. Okay, so right now we're at a pivoting point. We could lean one way and it will lead to certain outcomes, and that is our choice, or we can lean the other way and have other outcomes. But remember, victory and success are an underlying tone to this reading. And so just focus on what it is that is fulfilling to you. Tap into what is true. Follow your heart, follow your vision and your goals. Deflect the negativity. Deflect anything coming at you, any drama, because it's petty and it's not very powerful. If it is causing you to be confused, it's time to go within. Take a step back so that you can see things from a clearer perspective. And these are the messages as of this moment. So I hope that that helped you in some way. I'm sending you so much love. Head over to my YouTube channel. I'm recording this on Instagram. I will upload this to YouTube as well. And I'm just sending out so much love. May everything just be exactly the way you need it in order for your personal growth. And until next time, keep raising the vibes.